Nice catch. All right. I wish I had more, but maybe we'll get some more. We'll have some more stuff tomorrow if y'all come on back. Appreciate you guys hanging around. Groundpounders coming up next. Final event of the night. Once we clear Victory Lane. Still looking for those 50-50 raffle winners.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, final couple trucks rolling out of Victory Lane. We can get ready for the final event of the night. 25 laps for the Groundpounders. 25 laps or midnight. That's what we're going to do here. So our scheduled starting lineup. In that beautiful number 88 machine, that is Ron Hess. Ron Hess in the 88. Then you have the 61, the Richie Evans car for Eddie Freeman. In the purple, number 55, Scott Phobes, the 04 machine, driven by Kurt Hatton here tonight. Chris Hatton will be right next to him there in the 1 machine. And the 34 will be Rick Delbesio. In car, well, I can't see the number of that car. We'll wait for that car to come around so I can see what number it is, but this will be 25 laps in distance for the Groundpounders Vintage Race Car Club. And that is the 05 machine. So the 05, that is Bobby Dalton. Bobby Dalton in the 05. The 45, Jody Modine, multiple-time winner here at New Smyrna Speedway in that car. Had a bit of a practice dust-up, got it fixed up and ready to go. Then we have the 2X machine for Gary Lyons. The 27 is Richie Gomes. And the 44, tail end of the field, is Jim Zabili. So the Groundpounders Classic Race Car Club ready to go. 1 to go here at the line. 25 laps. Final event of the night. Should be a clean one. These guys, they all know each other. They all respect one another. And all come out and have a little bit of fun. So that's what we're going to do here. Final race of the night. And folks, no one's claimed the 50-50 raffle. So what I'm going to do is if we get a caution during this race, I'm going to draw one more ticket to see if we can't give the big prize away. So if you still have 50-50 tickets, keep them out. No one's claimed it. If no one claims the next drawing, we'll put it all together in a big pot for tomorrow night. Here we go. Green flag is out for the final race of night number 8 of the World Series. The Groundpounders take off down into turn number 1. Easy does it. Charles King has snuck out to join the Groundpounders in the 38. That's a super stock. That's no ground pounder. He must be having some issues there, so they let him sneak out. Boy, they are 3 wide over there in turn number 3. You got Hatton on the bottom in the 1. Chris Hatton in the 1, Kurt Hatton in the 04. Oh, and a spinner in turn 1. The Richie Evans car goes around. And the 34 is going to get him. Oh, the 04 up over the top of him. Big wreck in turn number 1. Not what you want to see. The 04. Kurt Hatton almost up and over there. The 61 car was involved. That's Eddie Freeman. The 34 was also involved in that. And that's Rick Delbesio there. Wow. That was pretty big. You hate to see that with these vintage cars. So we got one, the 04, stuck in the grass. He went for a ride there. And you can see the damage to the 34. He's shedding parts. Heavy, heavy rear end damage to that wheel. You can see the way it's wobbling there. So tough break there for some of these guys. Again, this is a classic car club, vintage car club that races here every so often here at New Smyrna. They started racing here last season. They were just looking for a place to come out and have some fun with these cars. They come out, they race for free. It's all for fun. Sometimes it's not fun out there like we just saw. We've seen some crazy stuff out of these guys. We had one of these ground pounders a couple of months ago go hard into the turn one wall, get up on its side and ride the wall for a good ways around 1 and 2. Thank goodness everybody was okay. And there we just saw the 04 go up and over the side of another car. The 61 doesn't look too bad. He did get hit there, but I guess he hit the bumper bar, and he's good to go. So he's going to stay out there. Your race leader is the 88 of Ron Hess. And no one's claimed the big 50-50 prize, 642-500. So I'm going to reach in and grab one more ticket. I see you down there with your tickets. Maybe I'll pick your number. I see you. All right, if you have your tickets, I really just want to give away some money today, guys. $351. Let's see. I'm looking for 643-178. 643-178. If that's you, come and see me here in the tower. You have to the end of this race. 643-178 for the big prize. All right, so still under caution here as we try to get the 04 car up on the hook. Kurt Hatton. This race scheduled for 25 laps until further notice. So a tough break there for the 04 Kurt Hatton. He was late to the party there. Didn't see that there was a car spinning. Tried to spin to avoid and just got collected up. Sometimes that happens. That is racing after all, and that's the risk you take by putting one of these beautiful cars. Keep your eye on that 44. Jim Zabili, his son comes out here and races with the Bombers in the yellow 44. He's pretty darn good. Jim's been really good here. The 45, Jody Modine, has been very strong as well. Ron Hess in that 88, he's no slouch either. Scott Phobes has had some success out here. A couple of new ones, the 05, the 27, not sure what to expect there. The 1, the other Hatton, he's been all right out there. That's Chris Hatton. So just some of the cars that might have a shot at this thing. And they're going to get $50. The winner of this race is going to get $50 thanks to Jericho Performance Parts. Normally these guys don't get to win anything, but as part of Speed Weeks and the good folks over at Jericho Performance Products have put up $50 to the winner of this event. So maybe that explains the bit of craziness over there in turn number 1. But let's try it again. We have the 1 car of Chris Hatton alongside your race leader in the 88, Ron Hess. Then it is the 05 machine of Bobby Dalton, 45 Jody Modine, 55 Scott Phobes, 2X Gary Lyons, Jim Zabili in the 44, the 61 Eddie Freeman, and the 27 on the tail. And here we go, back it away for the Ground Pounders. The Ground Pounders Vintage Race Car Club back off into turn number 1. Ron Hess gives up the lead. It's the 1 of Hatton now. Down the back straightaway, Chris Hatton with the lead. The 05 of Bobby Dalton into second. Ron Hess way up the racetrack, losing spots. Jim Zabili now going around the outside of Scott Phobes. He's trying to catch the front 3 that have broken away. Jody Modine in the 45, one of the only full-bodied cars out there. He is lightning quick around here, especially once he gets wound up. But now it's the 1 car of Hatton. That car has been on display in the Midway area much of the week. Out in front, here comes Jim Zabili now in the 44. Jim Zabili alongside the 45, Jody Modine, 2 of the quickest cars in this class. Riding side by side for third. Throw a blanket over the top 4 as they come off of turn number 4. Down to the stripe. It's the 1 car of Chris Hatton. The 05 hangs on to second. That's Bobby Dalton. But now it's Modine around the outside, motoring around. Jody Modine, he's looking for more. Way up the racetrack into the upper groove. Finding the momentum up off turn number 4. Chris Hatton leads him down to another lap. Jody Modine in the 45. Jim Zabili gets around Dalton now for the third position. Hatton the leader, Modine second. Look at this. Here comes Jim Zabili. He's got to run down into turn number 3. Top 3 cars now breaking away. Hatton going to lead another lap. No transponders on these cars. Hopefully Ralph is keeping track in the grandstands. Chris Hatton in the 1. Jody Modine 45. Jim Zabili looking for second down on the bottom of the racetrack. In that green and blue 44. It's going to get interesting here. They catch lap traffic. The 27 about to go lap down. Jody Modine using all the racetrack. Now they got to back it down. Oh, the leader goes through the grass. Jody Modine goes up to the wall. Well, that got adventurous there. Rolling roadblock in the 27. One car through the grass, one car almost into the wall. Chris Hatton continues to lead. Look at Jody Modine, high, wide, and handsome up there on the high line. And now a gaggle of cars. You got Lyon, you got Freeman, you got Hess, all in the way of the leaders. Jody Modine scraping the wall over there, kicking up the dust. Chris Hatton gets by the lap traffic, as does the 44 Zabili. He goes way up to the high side. Side by side battle for the lead. These guys up front are getting after it. They're not afraid to go for it. And here comes Zabili, cuts it down to the bottom, new race leader off turn number 2. Jim Zabili in the 44 patiently picks his way through the pack and takes the lead. Now clear racetrack ahead as we're closing in on lap something or another. The 44, Jim Zabili continues to lead. This time by it'll be lap number 11. Our scorer's doing a great job doing it all by hand up here. Big shout out to Shelly and Binky up here. Pencils furiously waving on the paper. Lap 11 right here. Jim Zabili leads Chris Hatton. Jody Modine has fallen back to third. And it's the 0-5 for Bobby Dalton. Then from there on back, we got cars lapped down. I think it's Scott Phobes in the 55 running fifth. Halfway home now for the 44. Jim Zabili has got a comfortable lead on the 1 of Hatton. Lap traffic again now. That 27 machine going another lap down. That is the 27N of Joel Neighbors, I believe, going a lap down. There's two 27s on my paper. And now Jim Zabili continues to lead as the laps are winding down. Looks like they're going to make the midnight cutoff and get all their 25 laps in. They're starting to behave a little bit out there. Although heavy lap traffic again. Ron Hess in that beautiful copper and orange number 88. Ron Hess going to go a lap down. Jim Zabili picks the outside lane, and I mean the outside lane for sure. Has to slow it down a little bit to get by Ron Hess. Yes, that is the 27N for Joel Neighbors. That is the 27 car that is out there. And now the 44, he's going to catch the 55, Scott Phobes, and the 2X of Gary Lyons. They're going to be side by side. Let's see. Does he go right through the middle? No, he's going to get down to the inside of the 2X. Lyons goes another lap down. Scott Phobes, the purple 55, he's about to go a lap down here. And we got a spinner. It's the 61 of Freeman again. And the caution flag comes back out. Well, this one's not over yet, folks. Jim Zabili looking good out front, but he's going to put the 1 and the 45 right back up there with him. Not quite sure what's going on with the 45. That car usually much quicker. However, he did have a bit of a dust-up with another car in practice. Been up the right front of that car a little bit, and got to wonder if that's affected the handling. Jim Zabili, your race leader. The 1 car of Chris Hatton is second, and it's the 45 Jody Modine, followed by the 05 for Bobby Dalton. The only 4 on the lead lap. Everybody else at least 1 or more laps down. Caution came out for the spin in turn 4 by the 61 of Eddie Freeman. So just like that, the field going to get 1 to go. 15 laps complete, so it'll be 10 laps to go for these guys. Basically a heat race. $50. A big $50 bill on the line for these guys. Their richest payday ever here at New Smyrna Speedway. Again, this classic vintage racing club. They come race here for fun. They wanted a place where they could consistently come and race and put together a show, and that's what we've allowed them to do. Normally they just do the parade lap here, but this year we're letting them race because we're all about making memories here at New Smyrna Speedway. Here we go. Jim Zabili brings them back to the green flag. Top three cars are the ones to watch. 44, Jim Zabili. The 1, Chris Hatton. The 45, Jody Modine. Hatton going back for the lead on the bottom of the racetrack. Chris Hatton, early race leader, edges out in front of Jim Zabili, and now in turn number 3, Zabili rolls the top side. He's got the race lead. And now the 44 back out in front, top 3 again, breaking away from the rest of the pack. The only other car on the lead lap is the 05 of Bobby Dalton right here at the start-finish line. Top 3 on the back straightaway, all by themselves. Oh, and the leader spins around. Zabili goes around, almost gets Hatton, and the yellow flag is going to come out again. Look out, everybody. Look out, look out. Jim Zabili looks like he had this one in the bag. Spins it out. If the car is okay, he'll be able to continue. Looks like he just went around on his own. So the 44 will regroup. He's not out of this thing yet. He's got a fast car. We might let him make a pit stop. He might need a change of underwear, but other than that, I think he'll be all right. One to go signal given to the leaders. I'm not sure if it's the 1 or the 45 in the lead. We'll call them co-leaders. They're going to be side by side. The 45 looks like he got around the 1 there under the yellow. He's up there on the outside. That's Jody Modine. The 1 of Chris Hatton. You have the 05 back there in third. That is Bobby Dalton, and Jim Zabili to the tail. Still on the lead lap. If he can make it around the 2X and the 88 on this restart, I still give him a shot. We'll see what happens. 16 laps completed. It'll be 9 to go. 9 laps remain. Here we go. Back underway for the Groundpounders. Top 2 now dead even. Jody Modine around the outside. I think that'll be the money there up top if he can hold it. No, I'm wrong. Chris Hatton storms to the lead on the bottom. Zabili slicing his way through traffic. He's not far behind. He's in the 4th spot. Jody Modine all the way to the wall. That car not turning like he wants it. In the 44, Jim Zabili storming back up there. He's already the 3rd. Smoker in the back, the 55 of Scott Phobes. Little bit of smoke coming out of that car. Might grease up the racetrack, make this a bit more interesting. Modine way up top trying to make that car turn. They're dead even off of 4. At the line, Jody Modine by half a car length. Jody Modine, Chris Hatton, Jim Zabili making it fun up front. Modine, there he powers around the outside. Just need to get that car wound up. Now he has the lead. Here comes Zabili, the spinner from a couple laps ago. Up top, looking for second. He's got it at the line by a bumper bar. Oh, and into the wall. It's Zabili. He gets Hatton. Turns him into the wall. A big wreck on the back straightaway. Unbelievable. Huge wreck on the back straightaway. Jim Zabili gets the wall and gets Chris Hatton. And he came back down, I believe, hit the dirt berm there on the inside. May have gotten the wall as well. Big wreck there on the back straightaway. Red flag going to come out on the event. Red flag. Scary moment here. These vintage cars, you know, they're not new race cars. We hope that everybody is okay out there. We did check these cars to make sure they were up to safety specifications before we did let them on the racetrack. So I can tell you that much. We'll get word on the driver sending EMS crews out to check on them now. Jim Zabili into the wall hard up off turn number 2 and caught the 1 as they were battling for the 2nd position. Well, folks, you can see the one, Chris Hatton, pulling away from the scene. The good news on the back straightaway, Jim Zabili is okay back there after that wild ride.
They're racing these old cars too hard, man.
So we're hearing it's going to be 5 laps to go when we're able to get back racing. Got to get the 44 up off the speedway. As the Doms give us a good view of the 33 Sportsman machine up on the hauler there, driving through the pits. Anyone want to sponsor that car? Buy him a new set of tires. He might be pretty decent. So the one car, Chris Hatton trying to realign his machine with the wall down there. He was just scraping along it. He's trying to fix that left front is towed in pretty badly. Red flag still out on the event, hooking up the 44. We have not had anyone claim our 50-50 drawing of 643178. 643178. That's the ticket we're looking for the $351. The runner-up prize was for 642522. Nobody's claimed that either. So I'll draw one more. I'm going to draw one more ticket since we're having a red flag here to see if we can give away the $61 here. Let's see. 642353, if anyone has that. 642353. If anyone has that, I'll give you the runner-up prize. If no one claims any of this stuff here, we'll roll it all over to tomorrow night. We should have a huge pot for the Orange Blossom 100. Again, the Orange Blossom 100 coming up tomorrow to wrap up Speed Weeks for the super late models. We have a good field of super late models left. We're going to have nearly 25 or more cars for that event, I would imagine, based on the results from last night. May see 1 or 2 more trickle in, but should be somewhere in the range of 24, 25 machines for the Orange Blossom 100 tomorrow. Super late models have been pretty clean this week. Only a couple of them got junked up in a big accident a couple of nights ago in turn number 3, but other than that, it's been a pretty good week for those guys, so as long as they can all survive practice tomorrow, which is always questionable, should have a good field. Plus, we're going to see the Pro Trucks back in action for 50 laps. We heard Becca Monopoly is going to come back. Rich Klauser is going to be back. I would imagine the 38 will be back as well. Also, the Super Stocks. I cannot wait to see the Super Stocks, part of the World Series once again. They always put on a great show. 50 laps coming up for them. If you like big old street stock type cars, the Monte Carlos, the Camaros, that's what the Super Stocks are around here. Should be a fun show. We saw a couple of them out there riding around in the Sportsman, getting some laps and seeing what they need to do to make their cars better for tomorrow. Plus, we're going to wrap up the Florida Modified portion of Speed Weeks tomorrow as well. Plus, the American Auto Sportsman will be back for 35 laps. They had a marathon event here today with wreck after wreck after wreck trying to complete the last 2 laps. So, Sportsman will be back. Again, that class sponsored by American Auto. The American Auto Daytona Dodge pace car getting a lot of work here today, unfortunately. But tomorrow night, the final night for the World Series. We hope you'll come on back and join us for that. If we're ever able to finish up tonight, we might start night number 9 right after this one. Field now back under yellow. It'll be 5 laps to go. Things looking good for Jody Modine as his competition got wiped out in that big wreck on the back straightaway. But, you know, you just don't know. The 45, he's had his issues. He almost got the wall a couple times here today. We'll see if that car can last. It wouldn't be his first trip to victory lane, but it's he and the 05, I believe, the only cars on the lead lap. Checking with scoring, might have the 55 on there as well. They're double checking their numbers. The lights are down. We're going to go back green, try to finish this one off. So it'll be green flag and then 5 laps to go. That is how we're going to finish this one off. Jody Modine off of corner number 4. Back to green, and he's got a good jump on the 05. The 05, Bobby Dalton, is going to try to get him in turns 1 and 2, but it's Modine with the power down the back straightaway, stretching out the lead. Jody Modine in the 45, off of corner number 4, definitely pushing up off the corner, but he's got the race lead well out ahead of the rest of the field with 5 laps to go. Jody Modine, and then the 05, Bobby Dalton. 55, Scott Phobes, I believe your third place car. Jody Modine comes down. 4 laps remain as they tow the remains of the Chris Hatton car off. That car looked a lot better when it was sitting behind the midway. Smoker, that's the 55 of Phobes. He started doing that a couple laps ago. Hopefully not oiling down the racetrack. Jody Modine way out in front of the field. Jody Modine continues to lead. Battle heating up behind him, though. The 05, Bobby Dalton. The 55, Scott Phobes. This time by 2 laps to go for Jody Modine. Final mile of racing on night number 8. And it looks like we'll be done before midnight. Possibly, perhaps, maybe. 11:53. If they can make a lap and a half in 7 minutes, we'll be done before midnight. Here they come. Off of 4, white flag in the air for Jody Modine. Jody Modine looking to take home the $50 prize money from Jericho Performance Products. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Jody Modine survives the carnage, outlasts the field. Out of turn number 4, your final winner of night number 8, Jody Modine in the 45. Shows why fenders are good. And here we go. Look at this battle at the line. The 05, Dalton beats Phobes. And the rest of the field comes off. Here comes Gary Lyons in the 2X. Eddie Freeman in the 61. Ron Hess. And then the 27 of Joel Neighbors rounding out the field.
And with the Groundpounders in the books, tonight's racing action, night number 8 of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing, has concluded. One final night left to go. Saturday evening, 7:30. Tomorrow night, super late model 100, the Orange Blossom 100, will determine a champion as well as the winner of the big race for the week for the supers. The American Auto Sportsman 35 lapper, the modifieds, Florida modifieds are back for a 35 lapper, super stocks and a 50. And the Pro Trucks are back for a 50-lapper tomorrow night. Casey LaJoy, Adam Mackey will both be here tomorrow night. Casey, one final night left to go.
Looking forward to the super race. Close championship on the line between Bubba Pollard and Brad May. Going to be one to watch, along with a couple other divisions. Pro Trucks put on a good show. They're going to be finishing that up tomorrow night as well.
For Casey LaJoy, I'm Adam Mackey saying so long from New Smyrna.